Hey, what's going on guys? Tim here again. Got another tutorial for you today. So we're doing something a little different, not a bracelet, not a key fob, but just a little paracord critter. So if you're familiar with the Super Mario Brothers, this is the Bob-Omb character from that game. He's that little guy that walks along and he blows up and you stomp on him or something like that. Anyhow, I thought this was really cool. I loved Super Mario growing up as a kid, so yeah, this is what we're learning to make. I saw a picture of this on Pinterest and I was able to kind of just figure out and reverse engineer, how they did it. But there was no author or name attached to that photo. So if anyone knows who kind of came up with this idea, please let me know in the comments down below. All right, so guys, remember, if you're looking for where to get paracord and all the tools and gear I have in this video, check out those affiliate links down below, because when you shop through those, you're helping out this channel greatly, and I always appreciate that. Okay, so that being said, let's get into it. All right, so to get started, we are tying a basic monkey's fist. Now, I'm not doing a detailed portion on this section because I've done several tutorials on how to tie a monkey's fist, so please refer to those tutorials for that. I will say that this is a 5-strand monkey's fist, and the ball bearing that I'm using is about 1 inch in diameter. It's just a standard steel ball bearing, nothing special about that. And yeah, so just tie your standard monkey's fist. Follow the same basic technique for the monkey's fist. As I mentioned, 5 passes, and cinch out all the excess as best you can. And you'll end up with your 2 strands, and we can go from there. Okay, so now that our monkey's fist is nice and tied up, what we're going to do is take a fid on our working ends, and we're going to have both ends of the cord come out next to the middle cord here. So I've got 5 cords. I'm going to come out of the 3rd one. So we're going to put it underneath 2 and bring it out like so. Okay, so that's 1. We're going to disconnect our fid. Attach it to the other one. Now we do the same thing on this side. Go under 2. Come out the middle here. So now we're going to tie a single snake knot. Put the left cord behind, like so, and then bring the cord on the right around, put it to the right of that middle strand, bring that through. Then you're going to cinch that up. Just put it all the way up here, like so. Okay. So now you can see what we're doing here. This end is going to be the kind of wind up part of the bomb, or the Bob-Omb. Let's call it the bomb. And how we're going to do this is take these 2 cords. I'm just going to tie a couple Solomon knots, I think about 3. So let's go up just an inch or inch and a half. Bring that cord around the right, like so. And then take this cord on the left, bring that over top, and then tie your Solomon knot like that. So the first one will be a little tricky. Just make these loops a little smaller, like so, but don't close it all the way. And then from here, you can continue tying. So I'm going to take the cord on the left, tie the next Solomon knot, and tighten that one up. See? You can kind of adjust this as you see fit to make the size of your loops here. do that, pull that tight. There we go, see? And now let's just tie one more. Like that cord over there, bring that around and through. There you go, pull that tight. Make sure your loops here are the same size. Okay, so that is that step done. So you can just snip and singe these two excess pieces here, and then we're gonna move on. We'll do the feet next. Okay. Okay, so I've got the excess of that snipped off. Now we're going to do the feet. So make sure you have determined where the face of your bomb is going to be. So this is the face. You want the strands going horizontally, and we'll use this as the bottom, right? Because it'll be sitting like that. So now I've got a couple strands of goldenrod. Maybe they're about 10 inches or so each. You can use shorter, but it'll be harder to tie the knots. So let's do this. See these two strands on the right here? I'm going to take the first strand with one fid. We're going to go underneath like this and just kind of get to the middle point like so. Okay, now let's take our next strand and you're going to go underneath again right next to it like that. Right, and get it to the middle point as well. Now just kind of take one of these strands and just kind of turn it sideways. So now we have them crossed over a bit like an X. From here we're going to tie the 4-strand foot rope knot, or it's almost like a 4-strand diamond knot. So we're going to go through it here. If this is not clear because I'm using one color, I will link my dedicated tutorial for this knot down below. So let's start. We can start with this strand going, we'll go this way. Then we'll take this strand and bring that beneath, and then over, like so. Then we'll take this strand here, bring that underneath and over, like that. And then the last one is always a little tricky. Bring this one underneath that strand, go over this one and go through here. And that makes our little square knot. You can kind of start to cinch this one down a bit. So again, if this one's too confusing, check my dedicated tutorial for that knot. So now, very simple from here. I'm going to start with this strand, doesn't matter which one you start with. Take this strand and go past this little strand here and go up through the middle like that. Okay, then now move on to the next one. Go past this strand here and go up and through the middle. Then keep rotating. Now this one, you're going to go past the strand to the right of it, go up through the middle. And then the last one, that would be right here. Yeah, go past this strand and up through the middle. Okay, so that might have been a little confusing, but check my dedicated tutorial out for that. Oh, actually, I think I made a mistake. Sorry. Where was I? Yeah, sorry, go through this one. So look at the bottom to make sure you know. See right here, go through up, through the middle. There we go. It should be right. So now we're just going to cinch all the excess out. This one will be a little tricky. Take a bit more time because you've got 4 strands. But you want to do, you want to cinch all the excess out, get the knot nice and tight, and make sure it's all the way against the bomb, right? So yeah, just continue pulling on all the strands and get all that excess out. Okay, so I got the second foot on there and it looks good. Didn't bring you along for that one because it's the same thing and just for expediency. So now we're going to do the top part of the bomb, and let's see. We've got the 3 strands here. So why don't we do this? We'll go under like these 2. Or we could go under 3. Let's do under 3 and see what happens. We'll go under 3 like this, right? Get them nice and even. And then for this one, we'll just go under basically that same gray cord we put under there to make that X. It's going to be off center, but it should still work. So get that under there. There we go. Okay, and that will be hidden because the knot will go on top of that, right? So now let's do the exact same thing. We're going to tie our 4-strand knot again. We'll just do fast motion for this one to keep things going. Okay, so I've tied the knot here now. Looks good. Do not cut off the excess just yet. I've got a piece of white paracord here, and before we, this is going to be the wick, a little part of the bomb. Before we do anything further with it, see I've got one end here that's been, freshly cut. Now we're going to melt it a little bit and then press it against. I'm just going to press it against the side of this lighter. And we're going to cause it to mushroom out. Okay, so there's a reason for that, but let's just do it real quick. I'm going to melt it and just kind of press it against here. Just to get it. Nope, did not harm my new lighter. By the way, review of this lighter coming very soon. Really good lighter. So there we go. You see how it's mushroomed out like that now? That's what we want, because we're now going to take this strand and we're going to put it onto a fid. And we're just going to kind of try to get it through the middle here. Now, I haven't tested this yet, so it could fail miserably. But anyways, let's try. I'm going to go in from here and bring it through the middle. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. Pull that through. And now, see, it's starting to get stuck. We don't want that to stay there, so what I'm going to do is just use my fid here, kind of push it underneath. All right, and there we go, see? Now that, it's not really, if you pull really hard, maybe it'll come out, but it'll probably stay in there. So that's too long, but now we're going to trim all these excess cords off, right? And you're going to snip and singe them where they are. Be careful not to melt your white cord. And the reason we didn't do that first was because you see how it forms like just a single piece there. You wouldn't be able to get the white strand through if we did that ahead of time. So I'm going to snip and singe off the excess gray. Probably trim this white piece down to maybe just for like right there. Okay, just a little bit. And I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so now for the last part to add the eye details. I haven't figured out the best way to do this, but probably would have been better to do this while we were making the monkey's fist, but Oh well, hindsight is always 20/20. I've got a piece of gutted white paracord here, and that end has not been melted. So I'm going to put on my fid, go under these two strands here, like that. Bring it to this side. I think what I'll do is, you want to pull it maybe just to about here, right? And I'm going to cut the paracord right about here, right about there, and possibly we can melt it together. Now we're going to see that kind of ugly melted join right there. So, but I think with enough kind of finagling with this fid, we can spin that piece of paracord around so that the melted end is on the inside. Okay, so let's try doing that. I'm going to cut that paracord, join it together like that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and there we have it, guys. We are done. That was quite the effort, but I think it was worth it. Yeah, this guy turned out great. Right, so something very different today, guys. I know we haven't really done any sort of a paracord critters or little creatures like this before. But yeah, if you liked this video, you want to see more stuff like this, little crafts like so that aren't necessarily bracelets and whatnot, just leave me a comment down below. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to check out my affiliate links down below for where to get paracord and whatnot. And yeah, hope you like this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.